What's going on, guys? My name's Colton. In today's video, we're going to be exploring the topic, is a new 3D printer always better, or can an old one like the Ender 3 V3 KE still perform with a new one like the Bambu Lab A1? Stick around to find out. So this is the Creality Ender 3 V3 KE, and I'm going to give you a quick breakdown on its features. First things first, it's coming in at 220 by 220 by 240. It's running on a linear rod and linear belt in Z screws for the Z axis. The nozzle comes in at 300 degrees Celsius and the bed at 100. It has a filament runout sensor, a light bar that I added myself, and a camera that I added myself. And the frame down here is made of plastic, and this here is made of metal. It's running Creality's clipper, as you can see. And this printer, I would say it's kind of the fast and affordable printer. It gives you the speed at a very low price point. So if you're looking for like a nice printer that doesn't perform terribly, that's what it has. And here is the Bambu Lab A1, which I'm sure most of you are familiar with. This printer is a little bigger than the Ender 3, coming in at 256 by 256 by 256. It's running on linear rails, linear rods, and Z screws in the Z axis. And this printer has a lot of new features, and let me talk about those. So this printer has full auto calibration. This includes auto leveling, auto offset, vibration compensation, and motor noise cancellation. Unlike the Ender 3 having only auto leveling and Z offset, and that can be unreliable as this printer uses the CR Touch, and this one uses the nozzle itself with the sensor in the nozzle to feel when it taps the build plate. This can be a lot more accurate as it's more fine point to the touch. And this printer is running Bambu software, as you can see, a nice touch screen. And unlike the Creality, if you have an AMS, this printer does support multicolor printing. I do not have an AMS light on hand. Now we're going to talk about the assembly and setup of these two machines. Unfortunately, I do not have footage of either one of these because I've had them for a while. But on the Ender 3, I would say there's some assembly required. You have to screw the gantry into the base, which is not simple. You gotta like turn the machine over. It's not simple. You gotta run a few wires. You gotta attach the screen. You gotta put the spool on, which is kind of basic. And if you're gonna add like a light bar, you gotta do a lot of stuff there as far as running a cable. It has some more assembly than the A1, I would say. And the initial calibration's all right. It's not as advanced. It does do auto Z, auto leveling, and that's about it. That's all it kind of does. And you got to learn the machine. You got to learn what it can handle, what it can't, how fast you can put it before the layers start shifting and all that. Because this printer has some problems on the gantry with shaking, like any other bed slinger would. But yeah, you gotta learn the learning curve with this printer. It's not as plug and play as some other printers, and that's one thing to consider about it, but it does come in at a fraction of the cost of the A1. Now on the A1, you pretty much just take the gantry, put it on the base, put 1 or 2 screws in, plug the cables in, that's all labeled, and other than that, you're pretty much done. And the spool holder, you don't even gotta screw in, it literally just clips on. Like, it's so plug and play. You turn the machine on, it runs through auto Z, auto leveling, vibration compensation, and motor noise cancellation, so this printer's quieter, and you can literally press print and the print will be perfect. It's a lot more plug and play, and it's a lot more beginner friendly if you're new to 3D printing and you just kind of want to have a printer that you can plug in, let it print, and then learn, rather than trying to fix the printer and then learn. And it's a lot better at that than the Ender 3. So you can go and buy this printer and not know anything and still get a successful print on day one. Okay, so now we're going to do the print test. This is the most crucial part, as this shows the actual things of the printer and what it can actually do. I can talk about the specs all day, but that doesn't do anything if I don't show you the print. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the same exact filament, same settings in the slicer, and we're going to do some time lapse as well. We're going to show the time lapse on the two printers. This one's running the Nebula camera. This one's running Bambu Labs camera. We're going to be using orange PLA basic. It's orange pumpkin. We're going to do it on the exact same settings, everything. So we should get an accurate thing, and I'm also giving you the print completion time and any failures. I will note the failures if they do fail, and I'm also going to clean the beds thoroughly, so this is a completely fair test. Let's get the benchy started. Okay, so the two benchies are done. This one finished in 50 minutes, but that was with the Bambu Lab time lapse, which has to print a prime tower and go park the print head. So realistically, the slicer said before time lapse it was going to be 34 minutes. Now I'm going to assume that because I printed a benchy before and it was about 34 minutes. But here is the Bambu Lab one. As you can see, it might not focus. There's like one line kind of like right there. I don't think the printer wants to focus on my, or the camera wants to focus on my hand. But everything else, I mean, everything else is looking really, really good. Coming over here to the ender, pop it off the plate, nice, satisfying. But there is like little lines all over the parts. I think it's from like the Z-axis shaking with the spool on top. But like the overhangs on this benchy are perfect. The layer on the bottom on this one's perfect, except for that little bit of nozzle stuff on there. It's not going to want to focus for me. There it is. Yeah, you can see some imperfections there from wiggle. And the bottom on Bambu Lab has always just looked perfect. I've never had an issue with the bottom on Bambu Lab. Actually, to be honest with you, I don't think I could tell a difference between the two if I mixed them up. Like, I couldn't mix them up, so I just left them on the bed. But if I accidentally forgot which one was which, I don't think I could tell. And also, another thing that I just thought about, you can kind of see the front has an imperfection on the Creality, but on the Bambu, it's perfect on the front. But yeah, pretty close. To be honest with you, that's better than I thought it was going to be. The Bambu Lab and the Creality had a close match there. I'd like to see Creality Core XY versus Bambu Lab Core XY. That'd be a good battle. But I can't do that video until I get a Creality Core XY. I already have an H2D. But if you want to see that kind of video, let me know down in the comment section below, and I will buy a Creality Core XY. But yeah, they're almost the exact same. I could not tell you a difference, to be honest with you. So yeah. So my final verdict is the Bambu Lab A1 is the best for beginners, and the Ender 3 is for someone that wants to be able to get in the print settings and in the G-code and all that and tweak it around and find the settings they like. So overall, my verdict would be the Bambu Lab A1 is better as far as print goes, as far as ease of use, but the Ender 3 V3 KE has better value to what you get. You pay less to still get good quality out of this printer as well. And this one you pay a little higher dollar to save you some time. The Ender 3 isn't obsolete, it's just older, and the Bambu Lab A1 just shows how far consumer 3D printing has come. Let me know what I should compare next. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. I'm on the road to 500 subscribers. Thank you.